Hello there. So all that driving about in rainbow-coloured cars and twerking at public parades hasn't put a stop to crime then? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and then like and comment below. And why not buy a mug with my mug on it? This does not bode well. As the cost of living crisis deepens and energy bills look set to rocket further, the police are looking at emergency plans to deal with a hard winter of increased crime and even civil unrest, reports The Times. And get this, they also expect an increase in corruption within their own ranks as inflation melts their wages away. And as the police cannot strike, then sickness, working to rule and corruption might be their only release. So what's the plan then? Brighter coloured cop cars perhaps? Maybe updated uniforms to engender inclusiveness? More social media policing to catch people talking hurty words about the cost of living crisis? Making sure more protesters are given tea and cakes when they get in the way of the rest of us trying to earn half a crust? Thankfully, it might not turn out like that. Now, without a massive government cash injection into the community to shield us from the worst of the tsunami bearing down on us, the police are expecting things like thievery, burglary, car thefts, blackmail and fraud to markedly increase in the coming months. And worse, for more of our children to be sucked into drug crime, stuff that might get the powers that be to lever officers out of their comfy warm offices for a while. Then there's the matter of the potential of civil unrest along the lines of 2011 to consider. 2011? Or worse? And this all comes from a leaked national strategy paper, says The Times. And the rubber boats still keep arriving, with many passengers on board intent on fueling our crime problem. So we're going to have to rely on the modern UK police force to rise to the challenge. In the words of Private Fraser of Dad's Army, we're doomed. Doomed, I tell you. While the government does a Corporal Jones, no doubt. Call in the troops, I hear you say. Well, the few we have left are a bit busy training Ukrainian soldiers or on exercise with NATO troops abroad in Europe. And on top of this, the government is looking at the prospect of the NHS facing the worst winter in 2 decades. And another big worry for coppers is what they do in the face of desperate parents shoplifting to put food in the mouths of hungry children or clothe them. And the reply from the Tory government will probably be that it would be much worse under a Keir Starmer Labour government. After all these decades, all I see is successive governments doing their level best to dismantle the UK while promising us milk and honey. But the milk and honey always flows away from us, as do the essentials. I wonder how many police officers will be diverted to help protect the Westminster bubble and the odd gated community.